Howdy y'all, Christi here with Little Salty Homesteader. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are actually going to be up potting some seedlings. You can see these actually kind of got a little out of hand. I've been waiting for the weather to be semi-cooperative. It rained all weekend, so I couldn't get out here to do anything. So I finally can today. As you can tell, the sun is shining. It's a beautiful day out. These are definitely ready to be up potted. Look at these roots. Isn't that crazy? Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. What we're going to need for up potting is a clean and empty tray like this. I think these are 10-20 trays. I think that's the name of them. I think that has to do with the size, perhaps. Then we need some clean and sanitized cups. These are 2x2. Now these aren't going to be super great for these rutabagas and kohlrabis that are massive. I'm thinking about just planting those directly into the green stalk over there. We will see how much space we have, but for these little pepper seedlings, these will be great. We need soil, and then if you would like to add a little bit, I mean, I'm talking a little bit because these are still very, very baby very baby plants. You could add a little bit of nitrogen fertilizer. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to heavily dilute some liquid fish emulsion fertilizer, and then I'm going to bottom water in my tray. So it's relatively simple. I'm going to tilt the camera down so you can kind of watch the process here. The greenhouse is a little bit dusty and dirty, so I apologize about that. But let's, oh yes, and then if you have to separate some seedlings, like maybe you planted 2 seeds and they both actually sprouted, you'll need some more labels. I have this kind of label that I use every year. It works all right. It works relatively well for me until the heat of the summer, and then the sun makes it kind of melt and lean. Eventually the Sharpie kind of fades. I did have some that lasted throughout the entire season. I've kind of figured out if you put it like up against the wall of your container or your raised bed or even the sides of the green stalk, it lasts a little bit better. You just kind of have to dig to be able to read it. But I've been able to extend the life a little bit that way. So let me just tilt the camera down and then we will get rocking and rolling. It looks pretty good. Okay, so you know, if I had all my caca together and all of the rest of my seedling cups completely sanitized and stuff, I would try to be a little more organized and actually color code the seedlings cups, but I don't have my caca together. So that one actually did not sprout, so I'm gonna hold on to that label. And then we're gonna start with this Ajvarski pepper. It is a sweet pepper. I'm going to make one more label because we have 2 teeny tiny seedlings here. So let me see. Keep that in the pocket. Go ahead and pop this label. I'm gonna get 2 cups here into my tray, and these are brand new. I mean, they're not new, I've had them, but I haven't used them. So I'm still using the same soil that I did my seed starting in, and I'm gonna fill that about half full. It's a little less than half, but it'll be okay. And then I'm actually going to use my Hori knife since it's a little bit flatter, and I'm just going to kind of pop in here and try to scoop these out, retain as much of that soil as I can. And then what I'm going to do, look at those roots. Look at those roots, that's amazing. That's 2 tiny little seedlings. These are very tiny. So then I'm just going to try to separate these and put one into each little cup here. Try to get all those little roots there that I can, and then add just a little bit more soil to fill it the rest of the way up. Okay, so that's it. It looks so teeny tiny, but it's gonna grow fast now that it has more room to spread out, has more room to grow some roots, and then it doesn't have to share its space with its friends. So let me just fill this one up. Add the little tag. And there we go. Alright, so sweet banana. Actually, I need to make 2 more tags because I have several of those. What am I going to do with all these peppers? All right, so that's all of these. All right, let's go ahead and see if we can transplant these guys into the green stock. Let me get everything moved around and situated. Okay, I have the tray, I have my hand shovel. This is the green stock that I'm going to transplant some of these into. If you're not familiar with the green stock, it is a kind of vertical growing system, excellent for people with limited space. This one is 5-tier. The one that you guys are in is a 5-tier, and then they have a 7-tier where it's the same height, but each tier is a little shallower. It's really great for like beans, cowpeas, lettuces, stuff that have really shallow root systems. These other ones with the deeper pockets, you could really just grow whatever you wanted to that didn't turn into a tree. So I don't necessarily have a super big plan for this green stock for the summer, so I'm going to just try to grow these brassica things, root vegetable things in here, just kind of see what happens. It does get very hot very quickly here, so these are overall just an experiment. If they turn into food, woohoo. If not, then I know to strictly stick to fall growing for these. So I'm going to start here at the front. Yellow Navone, yellow rutabaga, and I'm just going to kind of start at the top and work my way down. If you're not familiar with how like the green stock itself, so this part here that the tray is sitting on, that's actually how you water the rest of the green stock. So you fill this up to the line on the inside for how many ever tiers you're trying to water. and then it slowly trickles through. There's water basins in between each level that kind of catch and then drip the water through. So it works pretty great. In the heat of the summer, I do have to supplemental water, you know, in the individual pockets themselves as well as the top, but for milder climate days like today, just watering in the top will be perfectly fine. So I'm just gonna put these guys right here. I have some compost over there that I'm gonna add here. There's like 3 plants here. You can see there's really healthy roots, so pretty fun. I'm going to gently but firmly try to separate these without giving too much root damage. That is working okay. More rutabagas. So we're either gonna figure out we really hate rutabagas or figure out we really love rutabagas. We'll see. So I think I'm going to put the rest of these over here where I'm going to be planting sunflowers, because those won't be planted until long after the threat of the last frost has passed. So let me go get that set up. I actually just went ahead and planted them because the soil was super moist, super loose and fluffy. I didn't even need this. I could just move the soil around with my hands. Let me show you. Let me flip it. Okay, so you can see the little babies. So again, I will water these with super watered down fish emulsion, Neptune's Harvest fertilizer, and then just let these bad boys grow. This compost is just from the closest nursery that we have to our house. It's not like a big box store compost. I am running a bit of a risk transplanting these without hardening them off, but since it was an experiment anyway to see if I could get food, you know, from a typical fall vegetable for our area in the spring, then you know, while I am trying to be successful, I'm not trying to be perfect. And the weather is really mild right now. There's no freezing temps, and it's like the mornings are 40 degrees and today is like 61 or something. So it's pretty mild. The biggest concern is the wind, but since most of these are in this green stock, I think they're going to be protected quite a bit from the wind. So I'm not grossly concerned. And then I don't think we have any rain for a few days either, so they should be able to get acclimated out here before any sort of heavy rainfall comes in. I'm making a mess. That's basically it. You plant the plants, you add the compost, you add the water, and then you're done. Same thing whenever you transplant over there. You plant the plants, you add compost if you need it, or fertilizer or whatever, you water the plants, and you're done. Up potting, you transplant the seedlings with the soil, and you water, and you're done. I mean, it's basically very simple. Once you have really healthy soil, then you can grow anything within that healthy soil a whole lot easier than if you're battling, like clay soil or sand or rocks or any of the other challenges that you get with soil. But thank you guys so much for joining me today as we up-potted some pepper seedlings and transplanted out some kohlrabis and rutabagas. If you liked today's video, please, 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 so crooked. Please, please, please like and subscribe and do all those fun YouTube things. It greatly helps me out while I'm trying to grow my channel. Right now I'm posting once a week. I'm trying to stay on target with that. Thank you guys who keep coming back again and again and again whenever I'm being inconsistent. I'm trying really hard this year to stay consistent. But thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope you have a wonderful week and go find a way to get that garden manicure. Bye.